Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today, let's talk about the current transit of Venus in Pisces. From 28th January to 31st of March 2025, Venus will be in the state of exaltation, but there is a catch. It will be with Rahu, which is already in Pisces, and Rahu will be in Pisces up to 18th of May. So, for the longest period, Venus Rahu together in Pisces. Let's see the impact of this transit. Well, what is Venus is all about? Venus is number one. If you ask me what is Venus, it is the unconditional love you have and you experience in this life. And this starts from having that unconditional love for self, that kindness, that empathy, that softness you must have for your very own self. That's why Venus is so good in the very last sign, the last nakshatra, Revati. Revati is about the realization of self. The ending of the journey is about self realization, very enlightened, and love is everything. It's more, the unconditional love is more beautiful than any spiritual work, any spiritual act. So Venus exalts here in Pisces because it understands the love and compassion. It has love for every single being in this world. But here we have Rahu, the one who creates illusion, but also the one who is necessary to understand certain aspects of life, where we have to work the most in our journey. So Venus Rahu together, and remember, in this whole time we have Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter is in the enemy sign. So it is very life changing, especially with respect to finances, how you use your money, how you use your resources, and also the relationships. The relationships which are all about face value, and the relationships where there is truly some genuine love. So, understanding what is superficial and what is real. Rahu is all about, the illusion, the smog, and Venus is about unconditional love. So, sometimes when we don't understand people, there is some secrecy involved, you can't see things clearly, the mind tends to create stories. The mind tends to, fill the gaps. But here you have to see the truth, because this Venus Rahu combination always creates stories of love, trying to fill in the gaps and not knowing the reality of people and your connections. So you have to look for the truth in your connections, in your relationships. Venus is about how you feel love, how you express love, the give and take factor about you. So Rahu may make you very needy for love. You may depend a lot on others, or you may overgive, a part of you, of your unconditional love to people. So that is also very scary. So managing your finances, the love, the give and take is where you have to work the maximum. On the other hand, if you see the Rahu Venus together, they are enhancing your creative output, whatever is in your mind, any idea, any thought, any potential you have, they will help you to bring it out better, that execution of everything you want to do. So it enhances your productivity, your creativity as well. But when it comes to the very soul level and your relationships, it could be that the relationships are very demanding, or you have some addiction, because whatever gives you happiness, whatever gives you the fulfillment in life, you may depend a lot on that. So you have to see what are your addictions. Are you very needy? These are the areas where you have to work a lot, and the healing starts from giving yourself the unconditional love, feeling love for your very own self. That is the very theme. For Aries, the Venus will be in your 12th house along with Rahu in Pisces. This is about over expectations from other people. It could be your family members, it could be your partner, it could be a business partner, because Venus rules over the second and the seventh house. So people expecting a lot from you. Financially, also, with respect to loving, care, and emotions from your side, a lot of expectations, and it brings a fear in heart. Will I be able to do all of this? And further, 12th house is about which you don't see on surface. It's all hidden. So there could be an opportunity, it's there for you. It will approach you in some time. Or it could be a love interest. It could be a love potential. You know that something is growing in this connection, but it's all from the surface. It's all from the distance. So, again, as I mentioned in the introduction, when you don't have answers, when you don't have enough information, the mind fill in the gap always. So, this is what you may do with the Rahu's influence to fill gaps when there is no information about people, about a significant opportunity. So, all that illusion comes from Rahu. So, you have to see the ground reality, look for the truth in your opportunities, in your finances, in your relationships. People may depend on you financially as well, someone significant depending on you. You may also spend a lot on luxury. So, how you use your finances, you have to take care of it. And also, 12th house connects to intimacy. You may very quickly give your information to others. When you are establishing a friendship, a bond, a connection with anyone, you may instantly give your information. You'll instantly, show your true self. You show everything about your life. This is something which you need to avoid, that instant showing every good and bad, the truth of self, because it may happen very quickly. Showing yourself and showing who you are, the good and the bad, the negative and the positives, it can be used against you. So if you develop a strong friendship or a connection at this time, it's important to protect your information, not to be open very instantly. And Venus Rahu will bring some opportunity which will suddenly enhance the wealth as well. It's a dual impact of Venus Rahu. On one hand, it definitely brings expenditures, and most of the expenditures are connected to family, or you're just lavishly spending on yourself. But also, it is about, you know, sudden loss with respect to you think it was promising, but it is not giving you that growth. And it will also bring opportunities which will enhance the wealth as well, giving you sudden success as well, but not for long run. So you have to be very careful how you invest your finances. For Taurus, Venus will be in 11th house along with Rahu in Pisces, and also Jupiter in the first house in Taurus. So there's an exchange between Jupiter and Venus. They're exchanging signs. And not just it is the first and the 11th Lord exchanging signs, but it's also the 6th and the 8th Lord exchanging the signs. So this is a transit which is about good opportunities which will enhance the finances, sudden exponential growth in finances, and also through certain connections. It could be the family bonds. You are gaining something financially. There is give and take, to be honest, how the Jupiter Venus are in exchange. There is exchange of good things in life, exchange of finances, or maybe exchange of some kind of a very precious thing you carry in life, like giving away of something to a family person, to a significant friend, sharing the good things you have in life. But again, with the Venus Rahu in the 11th house, you have to take care of your heart, of your things, of anything which is important to you, because again, people might take advantage of your kind nature, of your goodness, and how you are giving your resources to other people. Maybe you're giving them as an act of help, act of love, but again, the expectations are too much. The desires will go higher. They will demand more from you. So, where you have to take care, that is the exchange of the resources. How much to exchange, what to give, what not to give. This is where you have to work the most. It will bring opportunities of sudden growth in the wealth, that is for sure. But there are times when you may give but not get things in return, because this is the house of the work you do for others, the 11th house, humanitarian acts. So when you're doing something for the other person, then that person takes everything for granted, or it turns against you. When it comes to love, this is about overcoming a certain challenge, something you have been observing for a very long time in a relationship. It's something not working for you. You can see a challenge in that particular connection, or the bond you share with a particular person. You know there is something challenging, yet you are ignoring and focusing. Okay, let it grow. Let it just see how it will transform. But it's time to put end to that potential. Sixth and eighth lord exchanging the signs in the first and 11th house. Something is not for your welfare, a connection is not for your welfare. So you may try to put an end to it. Jupiter, eighth lord in the first house. It's on your part that ending will happen, and then you will attract people, connections who can see your worth. It's very important in your connections that people should see the worth, what you are giving to them. It's not being ignored. So that change will come from here. For Gemini, Venus will be in the 10th house along with Rahu in Pisces. Now, Venus rules over the 12th and the 5th house in your chart. Venus Rahu are going to bring such opportunities which will bring instant fame, instant popularity, recognition of your potential, because Venus rules over your potential. It rules over your creative ability. It rules over the subconscious mind. And over there is Jupiter in Taurus. So Venus, Jupiter are also exchanging their signs. So that access to your potential, that access to your creativity will be the fullest. There is popularity because of your work, because of your efforts. You will have an edge over other people, whatever work you are doing. Along with that, it could be for some people, for very few people, since Venus Rahu in the 10th house, it could also be a romantic connection at the work front, which may create problems for you. So you have to, again, your personal information, it should not be with everyone. Be very careful how you share your personal information or info about your relationships with someone at the work front. So the secrecy must be maintained. Venus Rahu in the 10th house in Pisces is about been very excited about a certain work project, because you know the completion of that work will bring some reward. You know that completion of this thing will give you the right path, so it will be very successful for you. But remember that impact of Rahu, again, overestimating someone's behavior, overestimation of maybe what even you are doing, seeing things the way they are, it's very important. It could be you are overdoing your work more than what is being asked for, and then you feel that there is injustice, you're not getting what you want. So again, the limitation of how much information you give, what you do, is significant. With respect to the actions in love, actions in relationships, Venus shows the need to make things better. Like, I want to fix something in my life. I want to fix this person's presence. I want to fix this relationship. That desire is very strong because it is in the 10th house. But remember, Venus rules the fifth house and it is with Rahu. So you might be dealing with certain people who are definitely having a certain debt with you. And it's a debt of sharing love, sharing your words, your emotions, but how they are willing to give you back, how they are willing to be a support system to you. This is where you have to be very cautious, because Rahu again is about you're seeing things the way you want to, but you have to see the ground reality. That is the factor which comes with Rahu's placement with Venus. For Cancer, Venus is along with Rahu in the ninth house in Pisces, and Venus is the 11th Lord. So, definitely, it is bringing expansion in the wealth, in the resources. It brings certain opportunity which enhances your finances. And also, this is about some kind of a redirection in life, because Venus rules the fourth house in the ninth house. So it could be movement, it could be travel, it could be moving away from the loved ones as well. So it brings some kind of nervousness. There is this nervousness of how will I be able to create healthy bonds, healthy friendships in a different place. And you also have the Jupiter Venus Parivartan in the 11th and the ninth house, which is about the people who are a bit senior to you, the guru, the elders. You may have a little bit of stressful bond with such people, where you carry your own value, you carry your own worth, but it is not very respected by someone who is elder to you. Maybe it's ego, maybe it's about, feeling that they deserve more than you. Some kind of difference I see. But the opportunity of wealth is amazing. And with respect to love and union, Venus in the ninth house definitely bring opportunities of love. Someone new entering into your life out of nowhere, suddenly. So new friendships, new love connections are possible with this particular transit. And since ninth house is also about spirituality, this is the house which is deeply connected to faith. Venus Rahu are showing some kind of influence of a particular connection or relationship which deeply impacts your faith system. There might have been a challenge with respect to love, some kind of imbalance, and it impacts your faith in divine, and also somehow it impacts the faith you have in yourself. So for some people it is about a sense of hopelessness, or very uncertain about will you be able to attract people who are really genuine, loving or not. This is a transit which shows that work of unconditional love which you have to do for yourself, that spiritual transformation where you have so much of love and kindness towards self more than anything else. Even the people, the new people you may attract in your life, the love connections or friendship, they will teach you the lesson of how important it is to appreciate and love yourself. And also the past hurt in relationships and friendships and family bonds will heal. You will work a lot towards cleansing your heart and healing yourself from the past wounds. For Leo, Venus Rahu together in Pisces in your eighth house. Venus rules the third house and also it rules the 10th house of profession. So, this is the time when you may see a dual path. There are two options what to do in your career, and you're very uncertain about it, what to choose and what to ignore. But it's a time when you see how things work. No need to have a final decision. Also, Jupiter in your 10th house creating a Parivartan yoga with the Venus. There are uncertainties with the career path. You may have a beautiful potential, but you don't know what to do. You don't know when things will work the way you want, the way you expect them to be, because eighth house is you don't know where it goes. And same thing for love, same thing for partnerships. Even if you are in love, even if you are single, eighth house Venus Rahu in Pisces is about what is good for me in love, who is good for me in love. How can I know about the other person's intentions clearly? How this person feels for me? You have no clarity. But Venus, though it is going into exaltation, it will bring you signs, it will bring you the answers. It will help you to understand. This Venus journey in Pisces for you is about going from a lot of expectations and a lot of illusions to finally reaching to answers, reaching to conclusions about people, their reality, their love, their genuineness towards you. But it is a lot of work because it's like the rose tinted glasses and how you see the world through that, and ultimately they crack and then you see the world the way it is. That kind of transformation is there for Leo people. A deep desire to be loved, a deep desire to be appreciated, because Leo itself is a sign which has immense need to be loved. And then the Venus going into this place, eighth house, it is about awakening a lot of love for self, realizing what is unhealthy and what is healthy for you in terms of relationships. With respect to career, giving your best shot, expressing your full potential, doing the things in a great manner, and leaving everything to divine. Finally, that Venus in Revati Nakshatra will open up a path for you. The clarity will come for you. But yes, there is indecisiveness with respect to career and relationships, both. But this is what you have to do is to see and observe, wait and see how things work. You don't have to stop your actions, but you need to stop expecting a certain result very quickly, because Rahu increases this desire that I want instant result, I want instant clarity, I want instant solution, I want instant success. But no, you have to wait for some time to get that kind of clarity. For Virgo, Venus will be in the seventh house in exaltation, but yes, it is along with Rahu. Now, Venus rules the second and the ninth house for you, and being in the seventh house, it definitely shows phases of a lot of love, a lot of stability with your people. But again, it's a phase of love and happiness, and then a phase of a lot of opposition you may face with your people, because Rahu co-rules the sixth house. So that's why this Venus Rahu transit in the seventh house is phases of a lot of love and support from people, and then there are phases when you feel people are against you. And be very careful, because this is a house which is about public, it is about people, it is about partner, business partner, and also Venus rules over your family. So there can be a lot of sugarcoating, people presenting their words in a very sweet manner, sweet promises, but that is not very real. You have to see through that sugar coating. People can also be very envy of your success, because there is some really good success for you at this time, because Venus rules the ninth house of opportunities. So something opens up for you, a door opens for you, it brings you a good opportunity, wealth, but secretly people are very jealous. Even in relationships, maybe your partnership with someone, the partner may be very jealous of your achievements. The partner may be very jealous of how you treat other people, how you connect with other people, and expects a lot from you. So, personal jealousy might be there. So, Venus Rahu in the seventh house brings some kind of popularity for you. People might compliment you, how you look, how you're doing your work. But Venus Rahu also shows the need to again have clarity with respect to the seventh house, to see beyond people's words and to see their truth. And it is also about promises in relationships. The promises, the words being shared, but how much these promises will be fulfilled, that is a question. And on a very soul level, Venus in the seventh house with Rahu is about to acknowledge and understand what true love and companionship is, more than that superficial work people do for each other to maintain that give and take, to maintain that formality. You have to look beyond, acknowledge what true compassionate love is like, to address it, to respect it, but not to fall for the people who are just here superficially along with you. So I think with this, you will learn a lot about the true connections, how to identify a true person, the right, genuine person. This is what you are learning at this time. And definitely, what you go through, what you understand from the world, will really ignite the capacity, how you love yourself, how you respect yourself. Because this exchange of Venus and Jupiter, the Parivartan in the seventh and the ninth house, it's going to bring some kind of a spiritual transformation, and you feel more loved by the divine, and you have more compassion towards self. For Libra, Venus will be in the sixth house along with Rahu in Pisces. Venus rules the first and the eighth house for you. Certainly, for Libra, you are overcoming a very big challenge in life. If you have gone through any kind of injustice in relationships, if you have gone through any kind of a battle with respect to a person not listening to you, not respecting what you did for this particular person, I think you will overcome this particular challenge of life. You will not just sit there and be in pain or feeling very overwhelmed. You will overcome this toxic kind of dynamics you share with this person, where you love someone, you respect someone, but not seeing anything good growing in that particular bond, yet you stay there thinking about Someday it will get better, that kind of thinking. So Venus Rahu in the sixth house is about overcoming some kind of obsession, addiction, with respect to love, with respect to a connection with someone. You know it's not healthy, but you're not trying to get away from it. It could be a food addiction, it could be a spending habit for you. You have to overcome that. It became such addiction for you, like it's a part of your life, something so strong. So overcoming that challenge is what is significant for you. Venus is about, strongly it's about also the justice, just like how Saturn is about justice. And being in 6,000 Pisces, you're really looking for justice, justice in your work, the service you're providing, the responsibilities you are taking, the efforts you are making. You're looking for the justice. You want nothing but the right treatment, the right respect, the right admiration. And you will speak out for that. You will definitely achieve it. See how the Jupiter and Venus also are exchanging signs. This is about working on addictions, working on your health. It is about overcoming a major challenge. I think for Libra, there is something so life changing in the last 2 to 3 years. I think this is the time you overcome something very huge with your efforts, with the blessings of higher power. And for a lot of people, this could be about your marriage, about um, the bond you shared with your in-laws, maybe, because see how Jupiter in Taurus is placed in the eighth house, which is about your in-laws, about your bond with the partner. And then we have Venus, which itself rules over you but also rules over the partnerships. It's in the sixth house of arguments, challenges. So something needs to be resolved here, and you will overcome that. Success over something huge. And in the career also, you will prove your value, you will prove your worth, how amazing you are, your potential is. And in general, with respect to your family life or anyone significant where there is love, I think you're putting an end to something. You will realize how important you are, what you have done, and you're closing the door because the other person is not closing the door. The other person might not be taking the actions. You're in a state of being stagnant. So overcoming any stagnant energy in finance and love is where you are working. For Scorpio, Venus is along with Rahu in Pisces in the fifth house, and Venus rules the seventh house of contracts, partnerships, public life, in general, the people in your life, and it also rules the 12th house of subconscious expenditures. Not a very wonderful time to do um, a lot of investment work. Like you can invest a bit, like small amounts of wealth. It will give you very good result, but not a wonderful time to give everything into a huge investment, to do big investments at this time. You will see success. Even in the past also, if you might have done some investment, it will give you a very good return, a very good expansion with respect to wealth, but not a time to give everything into one thing. If you want to invest your money, don't invest in just one work entirely. So not a good time for risky work. And fifth house in general, it's about emotional intelligence. It's about the skill set. So Venus gives you this boost of, okay, let let you be able to tap into the finest skill you have, the finest potential you have. You will get the admiration, you will get the respect, you will get the I would say a lot of support as well from people, a lot of like you're in demand, I would say, that kind of appreciation and upliftment. So there is success if you are especially in the creative fields like fashion or designing or theater. You will see more success, you will see more advancement. If you are in a business, if you're in some kind of enterprise, you will see success in that. Now, fifth house is also connected to Purva Punya, and as I mentioned, emotional intelligence. So, it may impact your emotional intelligence with respect to love, with respect to relationships. You may, for some people, it could be developing a very instant attraction, passionate relationship, romantic connection with someone, but it might not be a long lasting connection. There can be many regrets later on. The emotional intelligence with respect to love is okay, this is beautiful, let me enjoy my life, and so on. There can be intense sense of love, feeling of love, but it can be more of infatuation. See the exchange of Jupiter and Venus, Jupiter in Taurus, Venus in Pisces in the fifth and the seventh house. For a lot of people, it is about transforming your love into marriage. But for some people, it is also about to see the value in the other person, how this person will respect your value, how this person will respect your lifestyle, how this person will respect your decisions. Because Venus rules the 12th house as well. So your partner may see your beauty, your partner may see your wealth, the partner may see, okay, you're a wonderful person, but what is deep within you, your life, your vulnerabilities, the crisis you have faced in journey? Will this person be able to work along with the highs and lows of your life? This is where you have to see the value of this person, what this person truly values in you, and what this person doesn't know about you. And same thing for your partner as well. Someone, you may attract people who are so romantic, they show they're so great, but you have to reach to the depth of these people, especially in your friendships as well. You may spend time with people, you may go to events at this time, you may meet old friends as well. But that genuine nature, the genuine personality of other people, this is what you have to value. You have to see who is worthy of your friendship. For Sagittarius, Venus and Rahu will be together in Pisces in the fourth house. Here, Venus rules the 11th house. It also rules the sixth house, and Rahu co rules the third house. Venus Rahu together in the fourth house is about some kind of expenditure you will do with respect to your house. It could be purchasing a vehicle, it could be purchasing even a property, it could be investing in one or two things, it could be home, it could be any kind of asset. So, Venus Rahu shows there is expenditure, but this expenditure is on something whose value will increase in future. The value of that particular asset will be enhanced in the future. So it enhances your living, it enhances your wealth in the future. Living a luxurious lifestyle, for some people it could be grooming is happening, it could be modification of something in your journey, some kind of cosmetic procedure. It could be about changing your lifestyle completely, because Venus rules over the sixth house of habits of your daily life. So there's some luxury you will be adding into your journey. And Venus Jupiter, they are also exchanging the signs. Venus in Pisces, Jupiter in Taurus in the sixth house. So it is about your health, your well being as well. If you have struggles with your reproductive system, if you have issues with your hormones, this is the time when you have to be very cautious of what you eat, how you live a lifestyle. There might be some habits or addictions which are not good for you. So, keeping a check on your health is also significant. Venus Rahu could also be bringing some kind of a gain from the foreign lands or faraway areas. It could be a work opportunity, a business opportunity, or meeting a family member after a very long time. Some kind of reunion comes from Venus Rahu. It could be a friend, it could be a previous partner, it could be, again, a family member who is very close to your heart. And this is the house of emotions, mental peace, a sense of security. So, Venus Rahu here will enhance the need to depend on someone's love to feel happy. Expecting a lot from your emotional connections, expecting a lot with respect to love. And this is where you have to really take care not to be over dependent on someone to feel fulfilled in life. Because when you do that, you give your key to someone else. So your actions, your life will really depend on the other person's actions. Like losing a sense of control over self, the emotions. You will lose it to other people. This is where you have to work the most. This is a wonderful transit if you are someone who loves aesthetics. You love to be very creative, you love to write. So it will really help you to enhance your creativity and to create more beautiful masterpieces, or to decorate your home, simply to reorganize and decorate your home. For some people, it is about leaving one place and moving on to another place in life. For Capricorn, Venus will be along with Rahu in the third house in Pisces. Here, Venus rules over your career, it rules over romantic connections, the fifth house. So it rules over the 10th and the fifth house, and it's in the third house. This is about the initiative you take in life. Whatever you love the most, if you're facing a confusion in your career, in your skill set, what to do? The best answer here is do what you love the most. Start with something you like the most. This transit is about chasing what you love, what makes you feel so happy and fulfilled. Third house is about the actions you are taking in order to complete something, decision making for self. So, Venus Rahu are helping you to tap into your potential because Venus rules the fifth house. And to express that potential, to express your creativity to the fullest. Venus Rahu in the third house is also about your speech, how you convey yourself. Your voice, your communication will be very loved and respected by the people. There's something very magical about how you express yourself, the communication, which will be loved and appreciated. Venus Rahu in the third house is also about the connections around you, the people who are living around you. It could be siblings, it could also be your friends. There is some challenge in the friendships where there can be jealousy because there's one thing I want to talk about is how you live your life, the lifestyle you are living. I see people getting very envy of that because there's Jupiter in the fifth house in Taurus, which is the enemy sign of for Jupiter. So it could be some envy energy coming from people who may look very good to you. They are like well wishers to you, but they are not. So there is jealousy in friendships, or maybe the partner. It could be a business partner, it could be a relationship where the other person is jealous of your growth, or jealous of your friendships. So you have to take care with respect to that. But Venus is showing success in work. There are times in this transit when you may feel confused as if you are on the right path or not. You may feel confused whether your work will give you the results or not. Because Rahu creates illusion and lack of focus in your decision making ability. You may doubt your decisions. But again, that factor of unconditional love needs to be shown towards your work, towards your actions, and having firm faith in your dreams, whatever you want to create in life. Venus, Jupiter, they create this Parivartan Yoga, which is also about new romantic connections coming into your life. New friendships, new romantic interests may also happen to you. So people will be very drawn towards your work, your beauty, your the value you carry as a person. People are very attracted towards you. And also, if you have children in that zone as well, you have to go beyond your comfort level to work along with them. They may have a lot of expectations from you. For Aquarius, Venus Rahu in the second house in Pisces, and Venus rules over the fourth and the ninth house for you. So, Venus Rahu in the second house is about some kind of expansion in wealth, or it could be a major decision needs to be made with respect to the wealth, sharing your assets, or how you're using your finances, how you are using your resources. That needs a lot of care. But I do see you giving some finances to a loved one or spending your finances on someone very significant at this time. But Venus brings the opportunity of growth, certain opportunities, or work projects which will enhance your wealth. Not a very long term opportunity, but a short term opportunity which enhances your wealth, the luxury in life. Second house is about family bonds. And Venus Rahu here shows confusion with respect to the family members, what they expect from you, what you expect them to understand about you. So, misunderstanding is there because you may have that rebel like energy. You may not go along with their expectations at this time. Rahu rules over you. It rules over Aquarius, it rules over the first house. So it's not following the traditional norms with respect to marriage or with respect to relationships, the family life. You can also see how the Venus and Jupiter, they are exchanging the signs. There is a parivartan where the Venus exalts in the second house, but Jupiter is an enemy sign in Taurus in the fourth house. So, major crucial decisions with respect to wealth or sharing your assets with someone significant in the family life. A major decision with respect to wealth is being made at this time, and also you're investing your wealth into your property, into your assets, buying a certain asset at this time. And with respect to love, yes, it shows um, learning your true value, learning what you are offering to the other person, because it just enhances the expectations. People expect a lot from you, and they expect you to do everything they want you to do. So there's a clash between what you want for your life, what you want for yourself, and what others want for you. That clash is very significant. The true blessing of Venus in the second house is that whatever dream you have, whatever desire you have, you are being given the potential to make it happen, to accomplish it, because it enhances your worth. It shows your worth to the world. the value you carry. So this will help in career, this will help in finances. And with respect to personal connections and family bonds and love, this is about um, the superficial factor, like what people can take away from you, what they can gain from you. So, understanding the true essence of love is a bit tricky in this house because there is Rahu, the first house co ruler, which shows that um, you have to see the true worth in other people as well. They are suitable to be with you or not, because keeping up with the very same superficial connection will make you feel very unloved. So you have to work a lot on loving yourself and to open towards changes in life, not to be in that same place, same connection again and again, a repeating pattern in love, a repeating pattern with someone significant, because you are operating with a very superficial mindset. But it's time to really address that issue and to overcome that superficiality in love. For Pisces, Venus Rahu in the first house. And this is about to see the beauty in every single thing, but also to see what is not so great in every single thing. Venus Rahu is about like blinded by love, blinded by something so beautiful and shiny, but to see the truth in that, who have to work on certain aspects of life. They look beautiful. There's a dream, there's a distant dream you have. You want to achieve it. It's so amazing. But the real work is how to identify what needs to be done to accomplish that. So, Venus Rahu in the first house is about looking for a lot of love in life. Again, that need of love is so magnified by Venus and Rahu. Venus is the eighth lord and the third lord. So it could also be reconnecting with someone again, a previous friend or a partner. The reconnection may happen, but again, it might not be very successful because we have Rahu. You have learned a lesson with someone, and again, that same lesson will repeat. Repetition of lessons, repetition of certain lessons in love, and even with respect to how you use your finances is there. So there's a change in your perspective. You see good, you see beauty, you see love in everything. It gives you immense joy. You're optimistic. It enhances your potential as well. Overcoming a challenge as well is going to happen for you. But Venus Rahu also shows us being stuck to a certain mindset with respect to love, with respect to family life, partnerships, not overcoming that kind of mindset. And what kind of mindset it might be, that you truly want to be loved, you truly want to be respected, but it's not a very healthy thing to expect love from the very same person who disrespected you many times. You're looking for love in those areas where you were being disrespected or you were not being given the justice, there was not enough equality. So the mind is stuck to get that. Rahu is pushing you to do that. But Venus is showing you there's more to life, there is more love, there is more expansion you can witness. You have to give all that energy towards self. First house is self, and most importantly, connection with divine, the higher power, whatever you feel is so important for you, how you name it, God or divine. But you have to draw that energy from divine and bring it into your own life, that unconditional love I was talking about. This is where you have to really work a lot. You may expect a lot from others with respect to love. But instead of expecting a lot from others, it's time to do certain activities, take certain actions to heal yourself, to love yourself, to give yourself the right treatment, respect, love towards self, and it will magnify, it will come to you through different places as well. Then, Venus ruling the eighth house, it is about overcoming a very difficult relationship for some people. You will take the action. No longer you are stuck in that thinking process. Overcoming a creative block for many people, overcoming through some kind of stagnation in finances will happen for you. Venus, Jupiter, they create this exchange in the third and the first house. So, taking efforts towards your business, towards your work, and this will enhance your finances. A very good time for growth, personal growth, professional growth, financial growth as well. But don't overestimate people's reaction when it comes to love or friendships. Don't overestimate their actions. See them for who they are.